Hiya Pete, I'm just about to start the Wirral Circular Trail. I'm quite near my house now in Egremont Prom. You can see Liverpool behind me. It's a 35 or 36 mile route depending on how you do it. I'm expecting it to take me about 3 hours. We'll see how we go. It's 2 degrees, quite bitterly cold and quite windy, but it seems that the wind is going to be blowing wind is going to be blowing behind me for the most exposed area of the prom. With this being a circular route of the Wirral Peninsula, of course 3/4 of it is right on the coast. So yeah, I'll expect it to be quite windy. Circus has come to that town, though, you can see that in the distance. There's quite a few rocky, gravelly, sandy bits on this route which you can avoid. I think the official route misses out quite a lot of this stuff, but I'm on a hybrid bike, so it's no big deal to go on sandy bits, gravelly bits. And the Wirral Way is not surfaced all the time, or they've not been there for years, so I don't know, maybe it's got worse or better. Sandhills. Just stopping to take off a layer of clothing. Feeling a lot warmer than I thought it'd be. Right here, the Wirral Circular Trail is supposed to carry on that way, which is a lot smoother, heads inland to go on some roads. But I am going to keep going on the prom, which goes over a bit more roughly there, maybe towards the east. And there's my bike. Well, this is probably as rough as it gets through the whole trail. Like I said, this is not the official route, but it's much nicer. And there's no one here at all at the moment. It's just saw a fisherman earlier on heading out to the beach with a bucket to collect some bait. There's Leto Lighthouse, which is probably one of the oldest buildings you'll see in Wirral. I don't know exactly how old it is, but I know it's very old. My uncle, who used to be a park ranger, he helped restore it. He's got a particularly nice anecdote about the restoring the stairs, but I'll leave it out of this video because it might be a bit too long. Anyway, onward. This boat here got washed up in a storm a couple of years ago and has stayed on this spot ever since. Just headed into Mel's now, which is the first, it's not the first anything, it's a little seaside-y kind of place, wouldn't call it resort. But I'm ahead of schedule. Normally it'd take me 30 minutes to ride here, and I've done it in 26. That's including making these videos, so doing well. It's probably down to the tailwind. What a lovely surface. In Mel's on Wirral Lake, it's one of these places where when the tide goes out, the tide goes out for miles. So it always looks a bit weird to me being here. I think all this right by the prom is just mud, so you can't really, big sandcastles or play in it, as far as I know. I suppose Morecambe's a bit like this, I guess. Got a big bay, as far as I know. In the distance out there, there's hundreds of wind turbines. I don't know if you can see them on this video. Ahead up here we've got Hoy Lake lifeboat station, and there's a little quaint model boating lake here as well. One of those in New Brighton as well, but I didn't video that. You know what, I've really misjudged the difference between sunrise and when it's actually light, because it's not even 7 o'clock yet, and it's plenty light enough now to ride the Wirral Way, and plenty light enough to have lots of people walking on the Wirral Way with their dogs already, so I'll have to probably take it easy in certain sections where it gets narrow. Well, this is the last bit of prom. From here on, it's all fronted by private houses, and there's like just a sandy path, which I think I have done by bike in the past, but I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to go on the road, which is the normal way. It's got the alternative beach route by foot. In the distance over there is Wirral Island, which you can walk to when the tide is out. There's actually 3 small islands, but that one's big enough to have a few houses on it, which is I believe got scientists living there, and you can actually see seals and porpoises from over there. I'll take the children there one day when they're both big enough to walk there and back, but it's quite a long walk. It takes about 45 minutes just to walk there, I think. Anyway, on we go. Right, we're in West Kirby town centre now. Quite a nice place to come for a day out, and it's the start point if you wanted to walk to Wirral Island. And here we are. If you just go along these shops here, we're right at the trailhead of the Wirral Way. Shouldn't be doing this one-handed really. Oh yeah, we're alright. Okay, and it's like this kind of stuff now. So this used to be a railway track, I don't know how long ago, but certainly way before my lifetime. And it's just this kind of thing now for another hour or so, with this kind of surface varying. That's quite flat, of course, with it being a railway track. So I'll crack on. The way they split the trail up, on that side of the fence is the bridle way for horses, and on this side is for walkers and cyclists. It used to be years ago when I was a kid, the cyclists and the horse riders used to have to share that path, and it was absolutely horrible. It was just covered in chained up mud and of course horse poo, and it was just really quite an unpleasant experience. This side was obviously much better. It wasn't surfaced like this though, so this is way better, way faster and nicer and less muddy. Judging by the pink sky, there's probably a really nice sunrise happening over Liverpool right now, but we're on the other side of Wirral to see that. Over that way, over those trees, you can see Wales on the other side of Wirral at the moment. Got so many memories of the Wirral Way throughout my whole life. It's weird coming here, being here as a kid for walks. Walks along here at night with the scouts for hikes, sponsored walks starting all the way from Seacombe Ferry, ending over this way, being absolutely knackered. Walks with work, hundreds of bike rides. Regularly visit here, but it's not particularly close to my house, this part. Of course, each one of these railway bridges are of course haunted, I think they must have widened the Wirral Way at some point. I don't remember it being this wide ever. I seem to remember, say these two walkers come up across ahead, they'd have to really squeeze past, but loads of space. So right now we're at Thurston. You can see evidence of
literally
a railway station.
This world, and she had the cutest robot companion who wanted
Another
to make
nice
some
place for a day
music.
out. I don't remember it being quite this nice. And the fence is new and the sign is new, or maybe it's at least been painted. But yeah, up over that fence in the distance is Thurston Common, which is just a nice place with hills, and then there's cliffs going down to the sea, with views over to Wales. I might be able to see some up this hill. Let's have a look. Kind of. So it's 7:30 in the morning now. There are a lot more dog walkers, although it's not so bad. We've been chased a little bit by one. I think it could have come a lot earlier. It's still been light enough for me. Could have done this in the dark, really, it wouldn't have mattered. But very cute. Could have come here a lot earlier, but it would have involved waking up at like 5 in the morning. Right, I've just passed through Park Gate. So I believe we're not actually officially in Wirral anymore, we're in Park Gate in the Neston area. So pretty much almost in the opposite corner of the Wirral Peninsula as we started, and kind of almost halfway in the whole trip. Right, we're in a bit of a break at the Wirral Way at the moment, and just in a residential area while we go through. We're by Capenhurst, I think, which is a nuclear fuel enrichment plant, and apparently my granddad used to work there. Not apparently, he really did, but as a nuclear technician, which is really surprising considering he spent most of his life working as a plasterer or a postman, so I don't know how he got the job there, but it's a fact. This is one of my favourite bits of the Wirral Way here. You get to, I don't know what it is, maybe it's more trees or something. All these kind of things that, don't know what they are or where, but a lot of them. Oh yeah, and they've got this kind of cutting down the side, maybe that's it. Anyway, there we go, we're getting cold now. My toes are getting cold. I think I'm going to put another layer on, even though my body feels alright, before I start to get tired because of it. The Model Foundry Co. Wonder what that means. Wonder what's in there. This part's lovely. It's they preserved one of the railway stations to how it used to be. Even got this little track still there, look at that. Now this section's a lot more how I remember it, just being more just rough and wild really. Although even the surface is kind of tame to how it used to be. Very nice. It's the first one I've actually stopped for, but that up there is a World War II, like a century box for people to be on the lookout for the enemy. There's a few of these dotted around, but this is the first one I've actually stopped to show you. Normally they're not made of brick, they're made of like concrete. Probably the first time I spotted this particular one. Here we are, Hooton railway station. This is officially the end of the Wirral Way. So the next section of the Wirral circular trail is on the roads, and not too pleasant really. Oh, I shouldn't have done this one-handed. Alright, I'm not sure if this is in the official route at all, because you've got to go through a residential area, then hop over a fence. So, oh, there is a sign though. But no, I don't think this is on the official route. Yeah, this is definitely not the official way. But that's the way I do it. So I got lost for a minute, but that's what I was looking for, the tunnel that goes through underneath the M53 motorway. So I don't think there's any other crossings nearby other than that, unless you get to the next motorway junction. So I think it used to be on the official route, but maybe not anymore. Okay, I've got to admit it, I'm lost. I'm just going to keep on heading this way, which I'm quite sure is the direction of the main road, and I think there's a path that goes alongside the A road, I think. I found the sign eventually, so this is the way to go. I ignored that other sign. Some idiot just twisted it around. I went the way I felt like, and yeah, it's this way. I think even this way is not the official way. This goes through Eastham Country Park, which is a nice little detour through it. And again, it might not be the official route, but it goes along follows the coast still. There's a first glimpse that we've made it to the other side of the peninsula. That's the River Mersey over there in the distance. Yeah, there's a bear pit here. Apparently there used to be a zoo here years ago, and that's where the bear was kept. I think my parents told me that they used to have fights in there, but I don't think that's actually true. Right, I'm in Eastham now, bit of a industrial area. It was very quiet though because it's a Sunday morning. I've got quite a horrible cold headwind now because I'm almost going the opposite direction to how I started in the morning. Although it's not quite as exposed on this bit until we get to the last couple of miles. Hey, that's cool, isn't it? Don't know what that says. I've been sent the wrong way round by the signs. There's a gate which is closed for the Eastham Water Park. I don't know what it's called. Eastham Park. I think I'll cut across there. I just saw some little path going on the grass. That'll get me back to the main road. I used to work near here, so I'll probably just more or less ride the route used to go. Oh, I did that well one-handed. Another couple of those World War II pillboxes on stationed either side of this bridge. Doesn't look very strategically important, but I guess maybe it was. Right, we're in Bromborough now, or maybe starting to get into New Ferry. And just opposite you can see the famous skyline of Liverpool. That is famous actually. Which is just a sign that we're getting quite close to home now. I suppose famous to me doesn't really make any sense, does it? Familiar to me is more the word I was looking for. This is a very nice little area, especially these big houses right by the riverbank. I forgot what the area is called. Probably expensive to live here. Although imagine that one might be going cheap. Here we go, Pete, check it out. Glen Afric Brewery. Bet you didn't think we'd be passing this on the route. Well, Pete, this is the last bit of road. Whoa, fuck! Oh. I should have left the camera rolling for longer if it wasn't so embarrassing. Someone watching me talking to myself after falling over. That was really bad. I'm gonna hurt my knee. My bike light's broken, and worst of all, my shoulder that had the dislocation felt like it went a bit out of place. Although it feels fine now. My knee hurts though. I'm so stupid. So very stupid. Well, Pete, it's the afternoon now of the morning, and the video was being cut short because shortly after that crash my phone battery ran out. There was about 20 minutes left of the ride. I was really disappointed and didn't get to capture the whole thing because there was some quite interesting things I could have videoed on the way back, and I could have had a good rant about that crash as well, but sadly those are going to be missed out. I did consider going back maybe in a week or so and finishing off that last section and then tagging it to the end of this video, but that's exactly how I end up never finishing video projects, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I did manage to fix my bike light, I think, with glue. It seems to be holding on nice. I am in quite a bit of pain with my elbow and knee, and I'm worried about my shoulder, but fingers crossed it'll be alright. Should I describe the last bit of the ride? The last bit of the ride is prom, mostly. There was a little bit more roads on the way back, but yeah, it was mostly just prom. We would have passed by Seacombe Ferry, and I would have made a video of the German U-boat as well, which is on display by Woodside Ferry as well. But no, you're not going to see him. So that's the end of the video. I did manage to, even though I didn't have my app anymore, which showed me my statistics, I did do the ride in exactly 3 hours. That's including all the stops and things. So maybe I might do the ride again in another couple of weeks while we've still got the same kind of sunrise times, and see if we can beat that by a few minutes. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. See ya.